Line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Down to lose one. Check 43.
Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Hey, pick your game up.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Ray McLeod deep for Carolina. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
That's it. Bring it in. Mike 50. You're trapped. You're trapped.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Newton to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Gun, gun, gun.
59, Mike. Check, 59.
Silver.
Newton on first down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ready.
Mike 50. Watch the flood. Motion.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 54 yards. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Go. Let's go. Check, 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 check. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Kill.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 8-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard line.
Let's put that team on the bus.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Here we go, D. All day.
Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, half. A reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Newton now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
20.
Again, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Dances by him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's got his target. That's more. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Newton, and he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. He's got a man. Complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So he might as well have not even had the penalty.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 21-yard line.
319. 59.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Jones. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup, but still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Ray McLeod, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Big stop, let's go!
To throw is Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Let's go, we got this.
Now it's Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
You better be afraid of me.
The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
319.
Check, 59.
Don't get nervous.
Check. Fresno.
Kelly. Don't let Kelly.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a run with McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Rodgers on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
319.
Check 56. Check pass, check pass.